According to this, we're live. It's 3 in the morning, and I'm trying to change your mind. Manage your channel directly from your phone. I can't because we're using our phone. Yeah, we're using our phone. Okay, we're gonna go. Ooh, it is hot in here now. Oh, I really want to do Mount Helena here, but the top of the mountain is in a cloud. There's not very many people here. And more importantly, I don't need to climb any mountains today. I need to do something a little bit flatter. So we're gonna go over to the west end of Scratch Gravels and just do a loop over there. That way I can stream. And, but it'll take, like it'll go in and out, but at least we'll be able to stream over there. Because I need to take advantage of being able to stream. I love streaming. Talking to chat, all that kind of stuff. So that's what we're gonna do. I need to see if I can get my windshield scheduled before I leave. I have to leave by Wednesday morning. So hopefully if I get a hold of him today, I might get it scheduled for Monday. The stuff I was waiting, I couldn't leave until Monday because there was a big item I needed that was coming in my mailbox. Is actually probably going to be here tomorrow now. Or today. I think it was today, actually. I think it was yesterday when I saw it was supposed to show up tomorrow, which would be today, if that makes sense. I need to cut my hair too. Or maybe I'll just let it go. I'll just let my hair go. Signed up for the Sonoran Desert Cup Series. So my 3 races will be 1 in December, and I think 2 in January. And then I'm still thinking about doing a race, a 24-hour race at Across the Years. But we'll see. I would do that probably on, oh, there comes somebody. Thought about going to South Trailhead too, but then I was like, again, we're still climbing a mountain. But anyways, so I would probably do Across the Years. I'd start December 31st and then finish on January 1st. So it would truly be Across the Years. That's why they call it Across the Years. Because that would be a good, might do a 12-hour maybe. I wonder if they have a 12-hour option. Because that would be a good training race for the U.S. 100-mile championships. But we'll see. So it's about a 10-minute drive probably to get to where we're going. We got to drive through Helena and then out of Helena, and it's about, I don't know, 6-7 miles outside of Helena to get to the other side. That's the hard part. We have to get to the other side. Go, buddy. Such a good girl sometimes. I wish we could figure out what's going on with her cough. I do need to call the vet and talk to them today to find out, like, okay, tomorrow when I come in, because she still has her cough, do you want to do the precautionary measures again? Or what do we want to, or do you just want me to bring her in? Because Gotta figure that out. But if I can't get my windshield, I'm thinking about racing this weekend too. But if I can't get my windshield replaced, because there's a loco trail race here, which will be fun with all this snow, they're actually probably going to cancel it because you have to go to the top of Mount Helena. I got like something in my eye, my left eyeball. I don't know if it's like a crusty chunk that's now in my eye or what is going on there. But anyways, if I can't get my windshield replaced, then it'll have to wait. I'll schedule it. I don't know, I might just come back for really quick. After Javelina. I don't know. I could schedule it down there too, but I'd have to change my claim because on my claim I have it being here. But anyways, I guess what I'm saying is if I can't get it scheduled for early next week, then we might actually leave this week by this weekend. So, because there's another 2 big snowstorms coming in, and I don't feel like the problem. I have to get out of Montana next week. So with these 2 big snowstorms, depending on the timing of it, I might not be able to get out of Montana. It'd be like last time I tried to drive down to Javelina, and I almost didn't make it because they shut down the pass, Monida Pass, which is the freeway getting out of out of Montana. And then the next one over, Reynolds Pass, it was also closed. So my only option to get out of Montana was to go over south of Missoula, over that pass, which I don't remember what it's called. Why are you standing on me, Clank? Why did that guy just had to pass me? He's doing like 2 miles an hour faster than me, but now he just hit the traffic that's right in front of me anyway. It's like he didn't go anywhere. Weirdo. And now he's at a stoplight, so he's just gonna be right where I'm at anyways. So we had to go over that pass. That pass surprisingly was open. I made it over. Then we got into Idaho, and then I had to go way out of my way because there was no, the road going back to the freeway was closed. So then I had to go way south, and I had to go up over a 10,000 foot pass, which is like, I can't believe was still open. And I'm like, I bet you the freeway was easier than that pass. But I made it, but it took me like all day to go the same distance that I should have been able to do in like 3.5 hours, but it was all fine. I made it down there last year, so I'm worried about that this year too. If I try and wait, push it too late to get down to where I need to get down to. So I'll see. I'll do all these phone calls today, and then we'll figure out. So, like I said, I might be leaving as early as Friday if everything works out. Or if everything doesn't work out, I guess would be the proper way to say it. Last time I scheduled my windshield replacement, it was like 3 days later, and I was in. So that would be like Monday or Saturday or something like that, I guess. But we got about, what do we got, like 5 or 6 miles to get to the trailhead now, but we're still on like a road that we're still not out of Helena technically, but it's like 25 mile an hour road, so it's gonna be a while. Why is there a big fire over there? Looks like there's a big car crash or something going on over at the Highway 12, US Highway 12. It's a dark, like black plume. I don't think there's any houses there. Fiery crash. It's probably somebody just burning like a pile of debris. And it's way over there. It's like, it's definitely not in the neighborhood area. Wow, there was a lot of tree branches that fell down the other day when the snowstorm hit. Just hanging out all over the side of the road here. What are they doing here? Be prepared to stop for what? I like how they have a speed limit 35. The speed limit's already 35 in here. What the hell? I got like a little thingy hanging off my finger, which I'd like to get rid of. It got pretty warm yesterday throughout the day. I mean, it's still really warm. It didn't cool down at all last night. So it's I'm looking at the mountain over here where we're going. The lower part doesn't look like it has any snow on it. Still confused as to what that construction area or whatever zone is, because there's nobody working. They just have signs up saying slow down to 35 in the 35 mile an hour zone, which I get it because people drive like 50 through there. But even the clouds are super low. Like today, I thought it was snowing on top of the mountains, and then I look and it's like 7% chance of snow all day. But even like the scratch gravels over here have like halfway up the mountain is the clouds. That means the cloud level is only about 1,000 feet above me right now. Not even, actually. It'd be like 600-700 feet above me. Because it's not even 1,000 feet to the top of the mountain from where I'm at right now. From that mountain. And it's like halfway up, so yeah, it would be like 500 feet above me is this cloud level. Yeah, I know, it's kind of warm in here. You are correct. I turned the heat down. 37 degrees outside, so jeez, I don't know why there's like 20 cars behind me all of a sudden. I'm doing the freaking speed limit. Like, what the hell, people? And where did you come from? We got about, what, maybe 3 or 4 miles to the trailhead? Well, 3 or 4 miles to the turn, and then another mile to the trailhead. Hi there. Hi, little co-pilot. You're my co-pilot. loves to go after the earlobes. Try and jam her tongue down your ear canal, but here lately she's been using a little bit of her twofers to nibble on your earlobes, and it kind of hurts. Yeah, you're not supposed to nibble with your twofers. I'm going to take it to the dealership because I have like a free dealio there, and so yeah, they'll rotate my tires, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to do that, but that's usually I can get scheduled in a day. Like a lot of times even like that day, like in the afternoon or whatever. It's just at the dealership's little quick lube place. Even the shorter peak here is like the top probably 200-300 feet is up in the clouds, so that tells you how low the clouds are, because the clouds are at about I changed my watch face and I can't see it doesn't give me the ability to change to thingamajig. See what my elevation is. I'm getting. Oh, geez, what was that? A sneeze and cough at the same time? Jeez, right. I'd love to see this guy's property boundaries. He put his own sign up that says please slow down, private property. He used to have, like last year, he just randomly put up a gate going across this road. So I'd really like to see the public boundary, because I know it's BLM on this side of the road, like that whole stretch. A bit of snow all around. In the fields, but the trails look clear. Park like this, and he's just parked like this, like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. Sorry, Patrick. I think I'll probably be okay with just the one jacket. I don't think I need to wear another jacket. What do you think? I'm not gonna wear that hat. We'll wear this hat. I can't see where those other people are at, though. I wanted to go that way, but I guess we could go this way. Because if we just do if we did like low trail and then come back on the high trail, that's like a 5K, which would be enough. Because I'm at the gym again tonight. Did the bike last night. There was a lot of people there. That's why I didn't stream it. Like, there was a lot of people there, including the highest ranked person, well, 2 people in the Montana Army National Guard on both the enlisted and, not to mention the fact that there was a lot of people there too. Ooh, I'm all sweaty. Whoo. So my leggies are a little bit tired, but they actually feel pretty good. But the bike was definitely the right choice yesterday. Look at how low the clouds are. Like, I've never seen that peak in a cloud before because it's not that high. Okay, hold on. I gotta put your. Oh, where is your bell? Is it up front? It is up front. Gotta be able to hear where you're at. It's definitely not as cold as it was yesterday. It's about 10 degrees warmer. You can go. Do doody doody do do. Do 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 doody do. Although if that cloud sinks any lower and we get in that mist of the cloud, it's going to be freaking cold, but I think I'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. Let me put the camera little holder on. There we go. Doesn't help that I'm wearing my pants that have my thin running tights, I guess is what I'm trying to say. That's okay. Definitely don't need water. The way the temperature is today, that's for sure. She doesn't need water. If she needs something, she'll just eat snow. But I'm gonna wear a vest so I can. What are we at? Oh, geez, we're still at 60% battery on this thing, so we're good. Although my phone, with this cold air, is definitely starting to drop fast. Okay, I'll see people. I'll put my gloves on though. My hands don't get cold. I don't know how much running we'll actually be doing. This is more just to get her some exercise than me. Here we go. Oop. Bang. Okay, hold on people, you're gonna be going all crazy. There we go. You guys are there. I see you. And you see me. Whoa. Where's my gimbal? I didn't even touch my gimbal and it's like shooting at the sky up here. It's like I put you like that for a reason. Hi. You ready to go? She's like, I'm ready to go back in. It's cold. Oh, you found a stick? Or a bone or something? Where they're at. I need to put my... key in there. I don't know why this, like I haven't even moved and I went from 3 megabytes of signal to nothing according to my phone. I don't know what's going on there. And why is it so dark? It only usually does that when it's really bright out. And by dark, I mean my screen on my phone is like super dark. And I don't have it on like the auto adjust thing. It's set to be straight brightness. So I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, look how low the cloud level is right now. Like I said, that's only like 600 feet above where we're at. So I think if I go to the top of that this mountain from here, I think I only get like 550, 600 feet. And so the cloud level is below that. So it's probably not even 600 feet above me, but whatever. I probably should have changed my shoes, but we're just gonna go with these. The trail looks clear, so I think I'll be fine. Because I don't really want to get these shoes wet. But yeah, see, look at this guy. Look at this jackass. Parked across all the parking spots, which are like, you're supposed to be parking like this. This dude's like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. Sorry, Patrick. But yeah, it's like 37 degrees. So the trail is actually a little bit muddy more than anything. But you can see how much snow we got. I mean, it was a good, most of the areas, I mean, especially up on the side like this, like Mount Helena towards the top had like 10 inches, 8 to 10 inches up there. She wants to go that way? I don't want to go that way. Oh, my eyeball sticks last night. I really didn't have to turn the heater on. I think I only did it once. And by then, like, and that was at like 4 o'clock this morning, so it was kind of, it was a little bit chilly, so I'm wondering if cold air or something. I don't know. Like, you get Nari, we're gonna go. Yeah, you fool. We're gonna take the high road and then maybe we'll do the big loop. There she goes. Maybe we'll do the big loop, which is still not quite a 10K. It's like 5.5 or something. But we'll see. Bike, even though it's not a true bike, it's one of those sit down frickin' things when your feet are in front of you instead of below you. But my legs did feel pretty good after I just did like a little hill workout on level 5. So I could feel at hills. Legs felt pretty good afterwards. Gosh dang, where'd she go? Oh, she's way off to the left. I was like, gosh dang, she go up over the hill already? The hell? I need to start taking. One thing I have not changed is I should have done, that's for sure. Low. That cloud there is even lower than this one right here. That's just nuts. It's supposed to start snowing again tomorrow though. Well, really it's supposed to start, I don't know, like 8 o'clock tonight and then go through tomorrow. So, but we might be driving to Bozeman. The highway should be okay. Like temperature wise, it's not supposed to be that bad, so it should be just, the highway should be wet. Driving down there should be no sticking on the roads at all or being icy at all. Yeah, these lower trails are completely clear. There's like hardly any snow on them at all. Just because it got so warm, or it is still warm. As far as warm, it's 36 degrees, 37, whatever. I think it said 36. It was 37 when we were down on the highway, and then here, I think by the time we got up here, it dropped a degree. Oh. One of my friends, well, the friend that I stole her dog to go running yesterday, Riley's, so it would be Riley's mom, was watching the YouTube VOD yesterday, and I decided I talk too much. Like, it's okay if I talk to chat, but I was just talking to myself. I talk way too much. I love engaging with chat, but I need to stop just talking to myself as I'm sitting here talking to myself. I was hoping in this time before I go down to Arizona that I was going to be able to climb a couple bigger mountains still. That ain't happening. Fat chance of that. 'Cause I looked at the snow levels already, and above 10,000 feet, we got over 2 feet of snow in a lot of the areas. And then this next snowstorm again is supposed to be just dumpy dump. Oh, wow, the sun's coming out right there. Look at that. Sun's peeking through. That's cool. I'm trying to call my mom, and every time I call her, it goes straight to voicemail. So I don't know if that means that she accidentally put on like do not disturb or something, or my brother, which I wouldn't put it past him, changed the settings for when I call to go straight to voicemail. But she tried to call me at one point when I had zero service. And then she tried to call me, and it was just horrible timing. So my phone happened to be up in my little cubby, and I always keep it on vibrate. I never have it on ring. And so she, I got a spam call. So like I heard it vibrating, so I looked, and it was like, oh, it's just a freaking spam call. And so but I took my phone out of the cubby to look at that, and then I had it sitting on the bed, and I was doing stuff. And like 30 seconds after that spam call, she tried to call. Well, now because it was sitting on my bed, I didn't hear it vibrating or anything. And that was the last time she tried to call. And I tried to call her back immediately right after that. But nothing, because it went straight to voicemail. And her voicemail is full because she doesn't know how to empty it. So I can't leave a voicemail. So I'm wondering if I was to send her a text, because she doesn't know how to text or anything. But would she be able to read my text if I sent her a text? Because I would just say, call me. And then I'll try and make sure I turn my ringer on and see if she'll call me. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to fit it in my schedule to go say hi to see her, which sucks because I wanted to. And if I was able to get a hold of her, I probably could have set something up to go see her, you know, even tonight, although I don't know what my schedule is. The problem is I have anything's happening, so, which is the main reason why I haven't scheduled my winch. Oh geez, that is fucking slick. About 4 feet. Okay, that was surprising. I'm actually impressed I didn't throw my back out right there, because all of a sudden I just went sliding, and you know, you have that initial reaction trying to maintain your balance. I'm glad I didn't fall on my ass though, because that would have hurt. I actually, when I was in DC, I was a little worried. I probably should have went and got it looked at and all that kind of stuff, but because I still feel it every now and then. But I threw my shoulder out, like when I slipped on some ice, and you know, you have that reaction trying to keep your balance, and I threw my shoulder or my arm up, and somehow I think I freaking damaged my rotator cuff or something doing that. Just flailing my arm about, trying to not go down onto some ice. That was obviously nobody is like, there was no footprints or anything on that mud right there. So it was like, just came out of nowhere. Like even my dog didn't run through that section. Otherwise I would have seen that she was slipping. There was like no other people there. There's like nothing you can do right there. I don't care what kind of shoes you're wearing. Gosh dang, I like planted my foot, and this shoe is completely like just covered in mud now. That was like, there was no signs of any sort that was slick mud. Like nobody's even been here. What the hell? I'm guessing probably there was still snow the last time somebody came through here, but that's kind of weird that there's those two cars parked there, but neither one of them came this direction. It's like, why did you park in the lower spot if you're not even like doing a loop of any sort? Worried about coming this way, because the last time we came this way is when Nari got attacked by that coyote. There's a coyote that lives up in there somewhere. I don't know where the den is, because there's tons of little areas that they could live. And it freaking followed us. It was yipping and barking and whatever else. I never heard a coyote actually bark like that. But it was yipping and barking and whatever, making a lot of noise. And it followed us for like half a mile down here. And then it was just kind of sticking up over here, you know, probably 300 or 400 yards off the trail. And then we got up here on the trail, which where we're going now, and it was still way off over here. And then all of a sudden I saw it just take off, and there's this little gully right here, and I just saw it took off, and I thought it was just going to pop up, you know, off the side of the trail again, keeping an eye on us. Well, it all of a sudden, because my dog was, you know, maybe 100 yards ahead of me, and all of a sudden it came up right where she was at, full sprint. And like, it actually went after her, and she freaking, like, it scared the crap out of her. And she did kind of, you know, she's not like a fighter, but she did, you know, kind of defend herself a little bit. And then she came sprinting right back to me, which was good. And so then that thing, it took off. But I mean, that thing wasn't any bigger than her. She's about the size of a coyote. So I don't know why. I don't know why it figured that she was going to be a free meal or something. I don't know. And then last night, driving down the frickin' main road into town, like, we're in town now, and out of nowhere, some deer came sprinting across the road. So the other lanes damn near hit the deer. And then I almost hit the deer. I had to seatbelt her and slam on the brakes. And then, like, a quarter mile down the road, now we're like, what the hell is a coyote doing in town? I have never seen a coyote in town before. It was weird. It's like, I was on the phone with a friend. I was like, is there an apocalypse happening? Like, why is there animals all of a sudden just running through town? I mean, there's always deer in town. It was like, all these animals are fleeing. What's happening? Whew. Let me get up this hill. I definitely do not have my uphill running legs in me, which is okay, because I don't need to be running uphill. My next race is a flat road race. Well, I guess that's not true. My next race is technically a mountain, like 30K or something, on late December, like 20th of December. So I do need to do some mountain running, which, I mean, no matter where we hang out, I'm going to be doing some of that still. My focus is tempo runs, some speed work. I need to, it's weird to say, because I calculated what kind of pace I want to run. And so I need to train for my tempos to be like 8-minute miles, which is weird to me. I'm usually trying to train tempo for, you know, right the low sixes, like 6:15, 6:20s. If I can do some tempo work and some, so I gotta try and get that back up again, but if I can get my heart rate to where, you know, I can do an 8-minute mile at a, you know, between a 140 and 145 heart rate, I'll be good for my race. I have no idea what a 8-minute mile pace where my heart rate would be at. I got to do some of that. Might do that tomorrow, maybe. Should have done that today, probably. But if I can't get my heart rate comfortably at a 140, now this race is largely a race of attrition, so people will push themselves hard, and so if I can just maintain podium finish, I mean, at a minimum I will most likely have a age grade podium finish, which is with these type of races is a big thing, because it's a U.S. national championship. So to be the Masters champion would be a big deal. Although the guy that's taken second place pretty much every year for the last 5 years is a Masters guy, so I'm definitely not going to be able to do his time. That dude is fast. He's really good. The coolest part of the race, like the coolest race to watch, because there's individual races inside the race. Usually the women's national championship is awesome. There's so many strong women that show up for that. Like, you're talking people, like women that are consistently part of the U.S. 24-hour national team. So it's very strong women. Wow, I can't believe the clouds are breaking in. There's a little bit of sun over there. But also, the one to watch every year is the men's octogenarian championship. So the 80-plus-year-olds. It's a big competition between them. These are guys that have been competing with each other for 40 years, you know, or more. And it's a true competition. You usually have one of them trying to set a new record. Like, it's a big deal. And it's fun to watch. But usually on the guys' side, it's not that competitive. And by not that competitive, I mean you're not talking like 10 pros that show up. You're talking, you know, maybe 2 or 3, like last year. you had two people fighting, trying to break the American record for 100 miles. Two pros. One of them dropped out the exact same time I did. And so then it was just one person, really. Now, not to say, I mean, there was two other individuals, non-sponsored athletes that kicked ass. Like, it was they were breakout races that took like second and third, but I mean, they were 2 hours behind the guy that took first, who ended up getting DQ'd. It was kind of a big deal. He was a freaking Hoka athlete. He ended up getting DQ'd because his shoe stack height was too high. And it's like, he was all butthurt about it, but he understood. But it's like, if you're going to compete in a USATF sanctioned event like that, you know, for a US national championships, you should know the rules. And I can't believe Hoka didn't, like, his sponsor was like, hey, make sure you don't use these shoes. Because like me, I do a lot of stuff with USATF, so I know the rules. I've always known. Like, it was a huge thing back like 5 years ago with marathon shoes when Nike came out with the Alpha Flies or whatever, and they ended up having a 40 millimeter stack height. And then, so that's when World Athletics was like, okay, we need a limit. And so they came out and said, okay, 40 millimeters is the max. You can't have any more than that. Like, everybody knew about that. And it's the same rules. Since it's a road race, like trail races are different. There's no rules there as far as stack height goes. But road races it is very specific. Like, even the carbon fiber plates that are in the shoes can only be of a certain type. Like, there's requirements on that even. But so it's something he should have been aware of. Yeah, good morning, Raccoon. Rest day for you today? I mean, it's technically a rest day for me too. I'm not really working that hard. I'm running here or there. My dog's taking the long way. These trails come back together. She's gonna try and go up the mountain, but we're not going up the mountain today. That's what she's gonna try and do. She's trying to race me to the intersection so she can choose. I'm gonna beat her. Nope, she's gonna beat me. Oh no, she got distracted. I'm gonna beat her. Yes. Haha, she's gonna fly by me. Haha, I got to choose. You have a hard run tomorrow, so you need rest today. Yeah. I was just talking about how today I should have done like not really a time trial, but a speed trial, I guess you could say. Because my tempo for my next race needs to be about 8-minute miles. And so I need to see what my heart rate is at an 8-minute mile pace to know if it's even feasible, since I have not done any tempo stuff. Like, I can go out and I can run a 6:30 mile right now. I did that at a 10K a few weeks ago on a trail. So I was like really impressed I was able to maintain that pace. But my heart rate was at like a 164 or something, like 167, somewhere around there. Whew. 4 or 5 miles at 7:15, hopefully. I just need to figure out if it's feasible anymore. Because if I can't Like if I'm at like a 150 at 8-minute mile pace, I can train myself and get back down low. Like a 140 for me used to be like at around a 6:45 pace, but that was 4 years ago. I should be able to get it back down pretty quick. But if I can't get, I need to be able to maintain about an 8-minute mile pace at a 140 to 145 heart rate for multiple miles. I mean, it's a 100-mile race, so. Because if I can do an 8-minute mile pace, that gives me enough time to be able to use the bathroom during the race, being able to just sit and change my shoes if I need to, or any of that kind of stuff. Take a minute to regroup. Because my actual pace, like in order to meet my time goal, I need to average a 9:15 mile. And I will slow down as the race progresses. And I would guess probably the last 20-30 miles, I'm probably going to be around a 9.5 to 10-minute mile pace. So I also need to bank some time earlier on. Because on a flat course like this, even when I'm super tired, I can shuffle a 10-minute mile pace pretty easy, usually. So we'll see. So if I can bank a little bit of time at the beginning, I should be okay. I'm gonna, hopefully Chris Warden is going to be there. Take across your feet, accidents, adult diaper back too. Well, so let me tell you a little story. My hamstring injury I have is from running a marathon. And I was just running with pacers, like the big pacers, I was shooting for a Boston qual time. And so I was with the 305 group and running pretty comfortably. Got to about mile 16, 17, somewhere around there, whatever the timing was for the aid station. And I really had to pee. So I stopped at the Porta-John really quick, did my thing, and then I had to sprint back up to catch up to the group. Well, just that, 30, 40 seconds or whatever of not running and then taking off pretty quick again to try and catch up. My hamstring didn't like that, so it cramped up. And then a couple miles later, I didn't know it, but I actually ended up tearing it because it cramped up so bad and I was just pushing through it. And I finished it like half hour after I was hoping to finish. I think I ran that in like a 3:19 or something like that. But I finished. But that's why my hamstring is injured now. But I was talking to one guy and he's like, "Why did you stop to pee?" He's like, you just keep running and just pee. I'm like, what? Who does that? He's like, everybody. I'm like, no way. I ain't doing that. He's like, yeah. And he's like, especially if it's like a hot marathon, yeah, your shorts get wet or whatever. Well, when you go through an aid station, if you're going to dump like some water on you, nobody's going to tell that you peed your pants. I'm like, no, I can't do that. And then that also makes me think of, I can't believe nobody's been on these trails, but where the hell did these other guys go that were parked in the parking lot? And then couple years later, I was watching an interview with someone, I don't remember who it was. It would have been TNF. It was like the last running of TNF over in Seattle area. And Zach Miller, he ended up winning that race, but not by much. I don't remember who he was racing. It's probably like Hayden Hawks or somebody. But Zach was in the lead, and Hayden Hawks was like, yo, you doing any running shorts? Yeah, I can't. There's no way. Even to this day, I still can't do that. But Zach was in the lead, and whoever it was in second, caught back up to him. But Zach didn't know that because he was just so focused on running. And all of a sudden, the guy told him, was in this interview, was talking about how all of a sudden, like, Zach just, while in mid-run, just like, you know, whipped it out and started peeing while he was running down the trail. And he was hitting the guy, the second place guy. He was like, hey, you're peeing on me. And then Zach, because he didn't know the guy was there, and then Zach was like, oh, sorry. So I'm like, oh, I guess the pros, that's what they do. They don't stop to pee. Oh, here comes somebody up the trail. That's unfortunate timing. I don't see anybody new in the parking lot. So where'd this guy come from? In fact, yeah. Oh, maybe there is another car there now. Looks like the red truck left. No, because that's the sign. There is nobody new in the parking lot. Where the hell did this guy come from? So confused. Yeah, consider it though. Yeah, rather not do your running gear. Yeah, I get that. Well, it's like this last year at one of the triathlon championships. I don't remember which one it was. And the lady that was in first, because the camera guy was right there, and she looked up at the camera and said, "Can you not get me from behind because I shit my pants?" It's like a famous meme. I think we're gonna, she's still doing good. Her tail's out, so she's not cold. And it is 10 degrees warmer than yesterday. So I think we'll try and do the loop. Because the loop is only like 5 miles. Yeah, I'm at 2.35 now. It's probably another, I don't even think it's 2.5 miles. Yeah, I think we'll do this. We'll do this. Most would care. Still embarrassing, yeah. I've yet to crap myself during a race, but there's been times. But there has been times as well, like I will stop to pee, and then I don't, like, I guess you could say finish good enough. So then I'm going down the trail, and it's like I can feel it like running down my leg a little bit. It's like, oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I was gonna go that way because you wanted to, but okay, we'll go this way. Overall plan is hopefully run the 7:15 pace, 1:35 for the half. Nice. Work on it slowly, yeah. Well, I'm signed up for all these sub ultra races, and they are sub ultra. Like I think the longest one I did is a 40K, so that's like 24 miles or 25 miles, I guess. But we'll see, because then that's just to work on my speed again. That way I ensure I'm getting some speed work done. Now we can run for a little bit. No reason why we can't run. I'm gonna plug my phone in though. Do that when I hit this next uphill. in reverse. Oh yeah, strides are really good to do as well. Hate to say it, but I'm definitely more of a do what I say, not what I do type of coach. I do not. And I know what you're supposed to do because I coach myself. I know what you're supposed to do. I just don't do it. It's like stretching would be good. You know, dynamic stretching at the beginning, otherwise known as mobility exercises. It's really mobility, but one of my athletes calls it mobility. And then, you know, some stretching at the end, like foam rolling, whatever, you know. I don't ever do any of that. I need to. Just started that a couple weeks ago. Yeah. It's like if you watch any pro, it doesn't matter, trail runner, road runner, whatever. All of them do strides at the end of runs. It's like, maybe not every run, but they do them. More frequently than I do, that's for sure. Oh, I gotta plug my phone in. I'm getting down there now. This cold is definitely zapping the battery a lot quicker. That's for sure. Okay, let's try and plug this in. Say hello to my face as I plug in my phone. There we go. Preferred foam rolling, yeah. I hate foam rolling. If foam rolling was good for you, why does it hurt so much? That's how I look at it. A gimbal bar. Because this cord is thick. Damn, girl, you's thick. I feel like doing it. Well, I have my little massage gun that I use every now and then, but even it hurts. Like, my calf muscles are horrendous. And it just hurts so bad. I really need to go to a masseuse and just get them to dig their elbows into my calf muscles and get rid of some of them knots, and then, you know, keeping them loose. But yeah, I do have one, like a roller stick that I do use. That's the only thing I will use on my calf muscles, really. For like my quads and hamstrings, I prefer my massage gun. And then I have my little sidekick tool as well that I use, but even it hurts. Yeah, you use one at home. Yeah. Well, I really need to use my slant board more often than I do too, because not only can I stretch my calf muscles and stuff out really nice and do some Achilles work, but also you can do different exercises for prehab for runner's knee as well. And that's, my left knee is just horrendous for runner's knee. like I can already feel it a little bit. Like I could start feeling it during the 200-mile race towards the end. But like last night on the bike, I could really feel it. And I was like, gosh dang, what the heck do I got going on in there? This is way more of a hill than I thought it was. And this isn't even the hill I was worried about having to go up and over. But I think we might just take this one, because I don't know if I can get up the other one. It's probably a lot of snow on it. I don't even know if I'll be able to find the trail that goes over to the other one. Maybe my dog will find it. I might have passed it already for all I know. No, she's off on the right-hand side, playing around. Lay down, yeah. Make sure you, if you find a masseuse though, I'm guessing the gym would be that way. But if you go to a regular masseuse, make sure they know how to do sports, specifically sports massages. And if you're targeting your legs, to target your legs. No, she found the trail. I guess you can kind of see it. All right, we're going this way. No, we're taking the trail. It's like, oh, okay. She's pulling a freaking Riley now. Riley will go the right way. And then she changes her mind and goes somewhere different. It's like, no, you're going the right way. Where are you going? Yeah, you're welcome. Oh, I don't have the right shoes on to be running down this trail because there's a lot of rock here, and these shoes have zero rock protection. Like in these walking on these little ones, I can feel it through the bottom of my shoe. Sweet girl. You know, we're over here doing something. I don't know what, but she's doing something. Look at that freaking cloud, how low they are. Notice it on your little trail run last night. Nice. Yeah, I mean, it really depends. Like I have different shoes for different trails. Like there is a trail like this, I would use road shoes on, but it would be a road shoe that had like, oh, there she goes, now she's ready to go. Well, no, guess not, she's still over here doing whatever. Oh, now she's ready to go again. Well, I'm not keeping up with her. But it would have to be like a road shoe with a solid like rubber outsole, not the ones that have like exposed midsoles, even with like a decoupled groove, that kind of stuff. I wouldn't use that kind of a road shoe, but I would run road shoes on this, because if it's like most road shoes have a decent midsole thing, so I would think of like a Brooks Glycerin or well, I mean, even like an Asics Glide Ride, even though it has a decoupled groove, like all the rest of it is covered by a rubber outsole. You know, those type of shoes would be fine. Feel even the smallest rocks, I feel. But they do have a solid rubber outsole on them, but the midsole isn't very thick. So I'm feeling the really stabby. It's just the pressure, even on pavement, because I'm gonna feel it. I wonder if I should take the road. I hate being barefoot. Like if I'm inside the house, I love being barefoot. I don't have fat feet. Oh. My tummy says it is 300 calories or so. So hungry. Today's lunch is going to be protein shake and a salad. I was hoping last night, went over to the grocery store because I didn't have anything for dinner. And I really wanted to get, oh, I forgot to grab my chicken. I guess I could go. I'm guessing my friend's probably going to want me to go let her dog out so I can go and grab my shredded chicken out of there. But last night at the grocery store, I went over there to get something and I really wanted a rotisserie chicken because they sell them there. They're out and they've been out for like 3 days now. No, we're going to the left. Yeah, we're not going that way. She's gonna come back and like, what the f you mean we're not going that way? We're going that way. No, we're going this way. We're going this way. Don't look at me like that. She really wanted to do a big loop. That's unacceptable. Yeah. Yeah, I was so disappointed. So then I just had to buy like some like shredded chicken or whatever because they sell that as well. So it wasn't as good, but it was okay. I would have rather I would have sat down and ate that whole freaking rotisserie chicken last night. After hitting the gym, I was so hungry. Which then also was bad because then I was like, oh, I want a little, never go to the grocery store hungry. That's all I can say. Because then I was like, oh, I want a little dessert. So then I'm over at the dessert aisle. And it was funny because there was another guy and he was a big dude. Like he definitely had an extra 100 pounds on him. And both of us were over at the discount bin, because that's where they put the stuff that, you know, like the day old bakery stuff and all that kind of things. Like, was it like 4 or 5 days ago? It was probably a week ago now, I guess. They had some of their pies, like these ginormous pies because everything's like, you know, half off, 50% off, sometimes even more than that. So you got this giant pie for like $4, and normally like they sell their pies for like, I don't know, $12 or something like that. So I was like, oh, a pie, that's a good deal. I'll just get this pie. And then I sat down that night and I ate half of that pie in one sitting. And then I finished it up the next day. I did not need that. But anyway, so I was looking at the bargain bin and neither one of us could find anything we wanted. And then we went over to the regular place and I'm looking at the little, because they have individual cake slices and and you know, cheesecakes, all that kind of stuff over there, little parfaits, all that kind of stuff. And I watched him, and he he grabbed like some cheesecake, and then he was looking around, and then he put the cheesecake back, and he grabbed something else, which I don't know what, I didn't like look what it was, but knowing where he grabbed it from, because it was over, because I ended up grabbing some like little box of like some thumbprint cookies, like some apricot thumbprint cookies, which was definitely the healthiest option that I would be able to find in that whole area. And so I guarantee whatever he grabbed was healthier than the big ass cheesecake he was getting ready to grab. And then I heard him, he went back over to his wife. His wife was like, made some comment, and I just heard him say, well, it's healthier than the cheesecake I was gonna grab. I was like, same bro. Same. Cause I was looking at the cheesecakes too, and I was like, I take a slice of cheesecake for frickin', it was like $6. I'm like, I ain't paying that much for a slice of cheesecake. We Bake Too Much section where yeah, see, same thing. I mean, Kroger, it's the same. I think Kroger is owned by the same company as, cause I go to Safeway, and I think it's the same overarching company. Not to go over there, we got way too much. Yeah, well, I go over there, and it's like I don't care if something's like a day old. Like, they always have if they have any leftover donuts, and they make, you know, these, just throw together like a dozen donuts, and it's like a day old. I'm like, I don't mind a day old donut. I mean, if you're talking a Safeway donut, which aren't the best donuts anyways, if it's a day old, it doesn't really matter. You know, put it in the microwave for like 10-15 seconds, and it's just like a nice hot donut right out of the fryer anyways. I don't have a microwave, but you know, you can set it over like a cup of coffee or something, and it kind of heats it up a little bit and softens it up. It's okay. It's a good donut. Expire 2 days, so yeah. Yeah, see, but I buy, I'm like you said, I buy that dozen donuts, and I've ate like 7 of them throughout the day. I used to get in arguments with my ex-wife all the time. Not really arguments, but kind of, you know, arguments, I guess. Because, you know, somebody at work would like bring in, you know, like a bunch of donuts, and not like good donuts by any means. Like they'd, like freaking Albertsons donuts or something, you know, these donuts that, you know, they're made from like frozen dough and stuff. You know, they don't make them from scratch. Like, there's only one place here in town that makes them from scratch. And I don't even know if they still do, because it was an IGA, and they got bought out by, I think, Town and Country. So I don't even know if they make them from scratch anymore. Wow, I can see blue sky over there. Look at that. Holy cow. I guess it really is a 7% chance today of snow. But anyways, you know, I'd eat like 4 or 5 of them throughout the workday, and then she'd be like, how can you eat those? It's like, cause it's a donut. And then she'd be like, yeah, but it's not a good donut. It's not worth the calories. Even bad sex is good sex. So it's the same thing with a donut. Even a bad donut is still a good donut. It's just it's like, you know, like sex. Some sex is better than others. Some donuts are better than others, but it's still good. Plain cake donuts? I can jam on a freaking plain cake donut every now and then. When I travel around, I always judge a donut place, because I'll go and seek out like local donut places, and I will judge a donut place. I will buy 2 donuts. I mean, I'll buy other stuff too, but I always buy 2 donuts. A plain cake donut and a plain glazed like rise donut, you know, yeasty donut. And I judge the place on those 2 donuts. And as it stands right now, the best place, because I've been all over the US, and especially when I was still in the military, I was always traveling around going TDY, so I got to go to places all over. And the best donut place in the US is in Salt Lake City that I've found so far. Out of like, you know, going to 50 places, or 50, you know, not even 50 places, you know, 50 cities in the US, and probably, you know, some of those cities have like 3 or 4, you know, local donut places. And it's called Danbury Cross, and I think is what it's called, in Salt Lake City. It's on 700 and 700. I know that. I know exactly where the address is. It was the best donut place in the US that I found. And this is like, people rave about like Voodoo Donuts in freaking Portland. Yeah, it's whatever. They're not that good. People just like them because they throw all this. It's like a what is it, crumble cookie or whatever, where they got all this extra crap on the cookie to hide the fact that the cookie isn't that good. Same thing with the donuts. The donut's not that good, so they just throw all these weird ass toppings on them to make it good. They're in a hole-in-wall shack and only take cash with their homemade every day, so good. Yeah, the homemade stuff is so good. There's a place in Butte down south of here, the same thing. It's like just this little hole-in-the-wall place, and they only take cash as well. They're the best donut place in the state. Oh, I might have to drive down there and go get some. Ooh, that'd be tasty. But they're famous for their, I mean, it's a maple bar. They call them something else, like long john or something like that is what they call them, but it's just a maple bar. Oh, so good. Like, they are really, truly very, very good maple bars. It's like people that talk about Krispy Kremes. Hey, Krispy Kremes are all right, but there is so much better donuts out there. I feel like the old lady, that old video meme, where just out of nowhere, she's like, "You ever had a Krispy Kreme?" She's like, "Were they crispy?" And then she's just like, and it just trails off. I feel like her a lot. Krispy Kremes aren't that good. So many better. There's a place down, another famous place, like US famous place down in just north of Austin in Round Rock, and it's actually called Round Rock Donuts. And they were decent donuts. Like, I'd put them in the probably top 5 in the US. Like, their donut, like just the donut itself is good. But what I didn't like about them is their glaze. Like, you order just a plain glazed donut. Well, their glaze, it's not a plain glazed donut. Like, it's still good, but ooh, this is super muddy. Let's just kind of go off over in the grass over here. having network issues again. I don't know why. There's a freaking cell tower over here on the right-hand side of this, in this valley over here that I should have. It has noticeably gotten chillier out here though. Just in like the last 5 minutes, it has gotten chilly. It looks like this low clouds are coming back in again. My dog going back. Oh, she's up here now. Crazy pants. I really need to get some work done too. I should maybe, man, I don't want to, but I could go hang out with Riley dog probably. And stay nice and warm in the apartment. The thing is when the weather's like right now, I don't have to worry about it because it's warm enough, but that Alaska, no, this is Montana. And welcome. I don't even know how you say it. Make your own donuts soon. Have a good recipe try. Nice. Just need some time. I used to make my own homemade donuts. I don't know how to say triple heck. It's already snowing, yeah. Yeah, and this has actually melted quite a bit. This is from a few days ago. The higher peaks around here, because we're not that high here. It's like we're below 5,000 feet, but above like 8,000, I mean, they got 1 to 2 feet of snow. Our higher peaks got over 2 feet of snow. And then starting tomorrow, we're supposed to get snow again. And then for a day, and then this whole weekend is supposed to be super. We're supposed to get another couple feet up in the higher peaks. Indianapolis, nice. Or, oh, I knew you were in Indianapolis, but the Long's Donuts. I don't think I've tried a place in Indianapolis. I've been there quite a bit. I don't think I've ever tried a place though. I usually avoided most of Indianapolis because they had those freaking interchanges in the middle of town. Freaking closed down and tore up for what seemed like 10 years. How will it be in January? It kind of depends. Like, it really, like, this is a La Nina year, so we're supposed to get more snow. But really, here in Montana, we get most of our snow in February and March. It's kind of weird. Like, we'll get like snow like this, and then so the higher mountains will still maintain the snow, but then down at like the lower elevations like this, not that it's low elevation, but for Montana it is, it'll kind of melt, but it'll get cold. It'll just be cold through like November, December time frame, and partway through January, and then it'll be then it will just get dumped on. Like, we'll still get snow here or there, but not a lot. So you might only be talking like down here, this is about as much snow as you'll see through January. Usually December we'll sometimes get some pretty big storms, but then it melts pretty quick. But higher levels, like the higher mountains, like above 8,000 feet or above 10,000 feet, yeah, there's easily, you're talking probably 2 to 3 meters of snow by then. And then yeah, I don't know what the max is on a lot of those higher peaks. They still have tornadoes, that's true. Well, oddly enough, we don't get tornadoes here where I'm at currently, but Montana over on the eastern side, we actually get quite a few tornadoes each year. As far as a mountain state goes, I should say. Like, we get just as many as like Colorado does down on their eastern side. Or Wyoming even. Yeah, whole pack retracted, yep. That's kind of cool though. A little tiny breaks in the clouds right there where you can see blue sky. And you can't see the top of the ridge there. Continental Divide is right there. That's why it started getting chilly. There's a little bit of a breeze picking up. There is a ski hill like right over this direction that is covered by clouds right now. You can't see. But usually they're, by the time they open, which they don't open until like towards the end of November, usually like right after American Thanksgiving. It's like Thanksgiving weekend is usually when they open. But even making their own snow, which is what they have to do in order to open by then, even then they still usually only have a base of maybe 30 inches, so like right around a meter. That's about all they, all they have by then. I don't ever ski up there because it is usually pretty icy and rocky and stuff. I've ruined my snowboard because I rammed a rock that was hidden underneath the snow, and but even as icy as it is, a lot of times it's hard to catch an edge. Okay, let's just do a nice little slow jog back to the van. It's all downhill. Even though we're taking it easy, we can slow jog it. And then next week I have to start hitting the training hard. Start getting back into it. Maybe do like just an easy mile or easy mileage, but high mileage week, like a 100-mile week maybe. Just kind of shock the system back into training again. We'll see. I don't know if I'll have enough time to do that many miles. That's roughly like 15 miles a day. Remember to go to my storage shed and grab my mittens. Cause I don't do good with gloves on, and I have these gloves on that are quite substantial. My fingers are freezing. But if I had mittens on, I'd be sweating. Because it's only 35, 36 degrees out. It's not like super cold. Like yesterday was, when we ran, was 28 degrees. Oh, a little bit of hiccups now. We'll go over here. Don't want to get too muddy. Way easier than they used to. Well, like even if I push myself really hard, then I can usually, like, my hands, like I would still have to wear gloves, but like right now my hands would be a little bit warmer. But yeah, if it gets below like 30 degrees, I pretty much have to wear mittens. I could get by with some regular gloves. You know, if it's like mid 40s, I have to wear gloves because my fingers just get too cold. And I've been that way my whole life. Same thing with my feet and my toesies. My feet have always gotten super cold, super cold. No matter how thick of socks I wear, and like wearing snow boots, nice insulated snow boots, my feet will still get cold. I'm looking at where my feet are going, not down the trail. Oh, I need to do some strength exercises at the gym again tonight. Gotta take advantage of having access to a gym while I do, because once I leave here, I won't have access to one again. I'll have to do just strictly body weight stuff. My dog's standing at the van already looking back at me like, hurry up, you slow butt. I'm a-coming. I'm still recovering. Which, again, I feel way better after this 200-mile race than I did after Coconona. That one took me freaking 3 weeks before I could run again. This one I ran, what, 3 days after the race? But I still feel I need to recover. I'm still recovering. It's just... strength training helps a lot. Yeah, you're right. Here we go. What are you sniffing around? Trying to get the key out of my pocket. She's not too cold because she's still got her tail up after being out here for an hour and a half. So go ahead and eat your dinners, your breakfast. I didn't eat her breakfast yet. She just sniffed at it. Well, just eat it. Eat it. Oh, okay. I think I'm gonna try. What is this at? Oh, we're still at 53. I mean, we're good. I think I'm gonna charge it though. We're gonna charge it just in case. I mean, I have another one right here that's full, but it's okay. Okay, well, that is going to be it for today, this morning anyways. Again, if I will be hitting the gym tonight. If there's nobody there, if it's not very busy, I'll go live. Last night it was very busy, including the two highest ranking, because I go out on the military base. The two highest ranking military people on the base were there. So I figured it's probably not appropriate to live stream at their gym in front of a brigadier general and a command sergeant major, but I need to charge my watch too. Okay, I'll do that right now. It's at 10%. But yeah, if it's not that busy, I'll go live tonight too. But only on Twitch. I don't go live at the gym on YouTube. So if you want to watch that tonight, you gotta come over here to Twitch. But yeah, I gotta make some phone calls, do a lot of work. So till then, if I don't see you guys tonight, probably see you tomorrow. I don't know. She has an early doctor's appointment, like at the vet. And I might go down to Bozeman to grab stuff out of my mailbox, but we'll see. But till next time, bye everybody. Love you all. Please smash that follow button on your way out if you haven't already, or on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys whenever it happens to be next time. But bye everyone. Love you.